From Jake being the youth with a hunger for glory to Mayweather being the GOAT with a wealth of experience, Ryan Garcia has given his prediction for the possible fight between the two. The 23-year-old boxer currently holds the WBC interim lightweight title and is one of the hottest young prospects in boxing, with an undefeated record of 21 wins and 0 losses.
That's what I think I want to stress to a lot of these fighters that, envy me and are jealous. I think if you guys just worried about improving your status and just zone in on improving your numbers.
So when Ryan Garcia speaks about boxing, people tend to listen. Recently, Ryan Garcia was asked about the potential matchup between Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather, and let's just say he had some pretty interesting things to say. In an interview with Boxing Social, Ryan Garcia predicted that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't be able to knock out Jake Paul in a fight.
He told me in the back room he's going right to it, so he's going to go right after Billy Joe. I feel like Canelo, he'll knock him out too.
Now, this prediction might come as a surprise to some of you. After all, Floyd Mayweather is considered one of the greatest boxers of all time. He's undefeated in his professional career with a record of 50 wins and 0 losses. Meanwhile, Jake Paul only has 2 professional fights under his belt, both of which he won by knockout. But according to Garcia, Jake has a few advantages in this matchup. First, he's younger and bigger than Mayweather. Jake Paul stands at 6 foot 1 inches and weighs around 200 pounds, while Mayweather's 5 foot 8 inches and weighs around 150 pounds. That's a significant size difference, and it could give Jake Paul an advantage in the ring. Secondly, the 23-year-old believes that Jake Paul has been training harder than Mayweather. Yep, Jake is taking this hella seriously. The Ohioan isn't just doing it for the views. Garcia believes he's been putting in the work. Meanwhile, Mayweather hasn't fought professionally since 2017, and he's now 44 years old. It's possible that he might not be as sharp or as quick as he once was. Of course, these are just Garcia's opinions, and we won't know for sure how the fight will go until it actually happens. But it's interesting to hear what one of boxing's rising stars thinks about this potential matchup. Not everyone agrees with the fiery youngster's predictions, though. Some boxing fans and analysts have criticized Jake Paul's boxing skills, saying he hasn't faced any real competition yet. Others have pointed out that Mayweather has beaten much bigger opponents in the past, like Conor McGregor and Canelo Alvarez. So, who would win in a fight between Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather? It's hard to say for sure. On the one hand, Mayweather is one of the greatest boxers of all time. On the other hand, Jake Paul is a young, hungry fighter who's been training hard and has a significant size advantage. One thing's for sure though, if this fight does happen, it'll be something else. It might just break the internet. Both Mayweather and Jake Paul have huge followings on social media, and they've both been known to talk a lot of trash. The build-up to the fight would undoubtedly be entertaining to say the least. And who knows, maybe Ryan Garcia's prediction will turn out to be right. Maybe Jake Paul will surprise everyone because he's not exactly weak.
It actually does, because I think to myself, that's just love. And I just start touching everybody's hands, boom, boom, boom. And then I think to myself, because most people say you got to be locked in, you got to be focused. And I say to myself, okay, I get that.
Paul's boxing career started in 2018 when he fought British YouTuber Deji Alatunji on the undercard of the KSI versus Logan Paul fight. He won that fight by TKO in the first round after Deji's corner threw in the towel. Next up, the American faced fellow YouTuber Anderson Gibb in January 2020. This fight was the main event of a boxing card called Miami Fight Night, and Jake won this fight in just 1 minute and 21 seconds, knocking out Gibb in the first round. So, say what you will about him, but the man's collected some serious YouTube clout. So a fight between him and Floyd would definitely have another level of hype.
There's no, emotions running through this fight for me. It's purely business.
It's just how he's going to handle the knockout. And half the fight's mental, because I'm currently sitting atop the throne in terms of this, crossover professional boxing sport.
But hey, he's fought people outside of YouTube as well. In November 2020, he faced former NBA player Nate Robinson on the undercard of the Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. fight. This fight ended in a brutal knockout in the second round as Paul delivered a devastating right hand to Robinson's face.
Oh, let's go.
Listen, congratulations on doing the fight.
Let's go,
We're
bro.
really excited for it, boys.
We were just talking about you.
Yeah, last week John said anyone who backs Jake over Tommy would be a sports casual.
Now, his record seems so far pretty impressive. But here's the real question. Has he ever fought significant opponents? Most recently, Jake Paul faced former MMA fighter Ben Askren in April 2021. Askren was widely expected to be Jake's toughest opponent yet, but the fight didn't go the way many people thought it would. He knocked out Askren in the first round, just 1 minute and 59 seconds into the fight. So that's the YouTube boxer's boxing record so far. 4 fights, 4 wins, 3 by knockout. But the thing is that all of his opponents so far have been relatively inexperienced in the boxing ring. Deji, Gibb, and Nate Robinson had never fought professionally before, while Ben Askren had only one professional boxing match before facing him. Some boxing fans and analysts have criticized Paul's opponents
for coming out and supporting this incredible fighter in Katie Taylor.
All these people from Ireland, all the people that came out do want to see it again.
Saying that he hasn't faced any real competition yet. They argued the American should face more experienced boxers if he wants to be taken seriously as a professional fighter, but some have defended him too. They say that he's still early in his boxing career and that he's doing what he needs to do to build his brand and gain experience in the ring. What's important to them is that Jake has shown that he has real skill and power, and that he could be a legitimate contender in the future if he continues to improve.
But it's a perfect next step for me. It's a massive fight. He's a professional boxer, same age, same weight. So the critics can't say, we'll fight a real boxer now, or fight someone your age. So it checks that off the list for me.
So what's next for Jake Paul? That's anyone's guess. He's made it clear that he's interested in fighting big names like Conor McGregor and even Floyd Mayweather. Whether or not those fights will happen remains to be seen. Regardless of what you think of him, there's no denying that he's brought a lot of attention to the sport of boxing. Love him or hate him, he's a polarizing figure who's doing something right in terms of drawing eyeballs to the sport.
I'm just smirking to myself. I pinch myself every time, every single day to see if it's real.
Now, here we are and less than a month away
for this fight. So I think we're about 4 weeks away.
Only time will tell what the future holds for Jake Paul in the boxing ring. But one thing's for sure, he's not going anywhere anytime soon. And he'll need to be prepared for this one. It's Floyd Mayweather he could possibly going up against. And we all know that he's a GOAT. So let's break down what makes Floyd such a dangerous opponent. First up, hand speed. Mayweather is known for his lightning fast hands, which he uses to his advantage to get in and out of the pocket quickly. Even casual fans have probably seen Mayweather throw a flurry of punches in a matter of seconds before his opponent can even blink. Next, defense. Mayweather is a master of defense and is known for his ability to avoid punches and slip out of harm's way. He's often been compared to a matador. He gracefully dodges his opponent's attacks and then strikes back when the opportunity arises. Another attribute that makes Mayweather so dominant is his footwork. He's incredibly agile and can move around the ring with ease. His footwork allows him to control the pace of the fight and dictate when the action takes place. Mayweather's condition is also worth mentioning. He's known for his intense training regimen and his ability to go the distance in fights. He's never been knocked out in his career, and he's always in top physical condition when he steps into the ring. Finally, Mayweather's intelligence in the ring is another attribute that sets him apart. He's a master of strategy and can adjust his game plan on the fly based on what's happening in the fight. He's also incredibly disciplined, both in and out of the ring, which has helped him maintain his dominance over the years. So, this fight may well be just speculation and not amount to anything. But if it does, boy, will it be a grand spectacle. But this has been Ryan Garcia's prediction for Jake Paul versus Floyd Mayweather.